Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be sharing how to create a dressage routine for star stable dressage clubs. Now, my first basic starting point for anyone who is creating a routine is to come up with a theme. Now, if you're entered in a dressage routine competition, then the theme is probably already there. For example, if the competition is called Blooming Flowers, I don't know, that's a made-up name, but say it was called that, the theme is already probably described in the title or in the description of the competition, and your routine will be flower-based. So that means that in your routine, you will probably have a lot of moves that represent flowers, like circle moves such as bloom or cave, in which everyone creates almost like a petal kind of shape, and that conveys that theme to the audience. But other themes might be wild animals, like you could have a lot of fast-paced, aggressive moves in your routine, and then that could represent wild animals or other kinds of ecosystems. So that's definitely one theme. Another theme could be fairies. So maybe you use a magical outfit in your routine. That's very pretty. Maybe all your moves would be calm and relaxed and magical. So you're trying to convey something to the audience with your theme, using certain clothing pieces or types of moves, and I think it really helps tie together your routine into something with a greater meaning. The next step is to use unique moves. Sometimes it's very easy to get caught up in the fact that your routine has to look like others, so you use moves that are already created or moves that everyone does. Don't feel like you have to do that. A lot of the times what makes your routine stand out is its uniqueness when it comes to moves or outfits or things you do in that routine. So I highly recommend that for any routine you ever do, that you come up with something super unique. One of the things I saw that was super unique in one routine was that halfway through the routine, everyone went into Global Shop, and that gave a disappearing effect. And that's something that I had never seen before. So that routine really stood out to me. And that's something I recommend doing, is to find something that will make your routine different from every single other routine. Something that will really catch people's attention. Another idea is one routine I saw had people change outfits halfway through. So everyone would suddenly be wearing a different shirt, and it was so cool. It really gave the routine some personality. So I definitely recommend this when you're coming up with the moves for your routine. One thing that I want to point out that I think is super important when you're creating a routine is gaps and timing. I think this is one of the key things that will either make your routine be amazing or a fail. I mean, your routine doesn't ever it's not a fail, but if you really want your routine to be at a very high standard, when it's being considered for a competition or when people are watching it on a video, is it has to look pleasing to the eye. If one person is going not on the right time or is really far behind in the line, it doesn't look very, how do I say this? It doesn't look very satisfactory, because it's something's off in the routine. I think something that makes dressage really cool is how everything's symmetrical and everyone's turning the exact way at the exact time. It just makes it so satisfying to watch. But if that's not the case, then everyone looks like they're in a different place, and suddenly that satisfactory thought or idea kind of fades away. So definitely make sure that your members have timing and gaps down before you start teaching them the moves, because that will definitely change how people see your routine. And the last thing I wanted to cover was having a balance of individual moves and partner moves. I think this is so important because sometimes you're so focused on one part of the routine that you forget about incorporating more individual moves or more follow moves. Follow moves are moves in which the entire line follows the leader. So if the leader creates a circle shape, then everyone would follow the leader. So you would have one big circle. An individual move is a move like a curl, for example. Everyone does their own little circle. So you're not following the lead when you do that little circle. That's why instead of having one little circle, you would have 10 little circles. I don't know if that makes sense, but when you're creating a routine, I think it's super important to find a balance of everything. So if you only have follow moves, that's all the routine will be. And I guess that's fine if you purposely want to have that effect. For example, if the routine is snake themed, snakes follow like their head, right? So I guess in that sense, it's perfectly fine. But if you want your routine to have a little bit of everything, then it's important to consider all aspects, which includes thinking of curls, like combs, and other individual moves, and then also adding in moves in which you follow the lead, like a circle. Or I think infinity is a move where you follow the lead. It creates like an 8 shape. So yeah, that's the one thing to consider when you're making a routine. And those are all the things I'm going to be talking about today. That was kind of a long how-to video. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.